Hello, everybody. Welcome to Thursday. The S&P 500 was down almost 0.8% today. Kind of interesting continuation of what was happening yesterday. I mentioned yesterday that, when you have that much downturn, oftentimes you get kind of, some continuation, at least for a few days. Um, However, we're in that seasonal time period now where we've had that big peak, huge run up. Going to be some profit taking that goes on and what have you too. It's always kind of fascinating to me that things get attached to the motion of the market. So, like the first couple of weeks of July, the market's doing great. Seasonally, it's supposed to do well. There's a flow of money that comes in, but they're talking about all the reasons it's supposed to be doing well because of this strength and that strength. And now it's just the opposite. We're pointing out, like today, I had, first time unemployment claims were higher than expected, for the week. And oh, maybe the economy's falling apart and what have you too. So what's really going on is you kind of have this, demand and supply situation that goes on in any, market like this. And so when you have, a big run up and there's been big profits made and companies that, have had huge gains. Sometimes people start to take profits and sometimes it gets a little contagious and they'll do that for a while until the shares get down to a point where people say, hey, I'd like to kind of buy that at that level. And so, last year, into July, had a nice pickup, huge run up to that point. And then all of a sudden, the market starts coming down and kind of, had a few bounces. But the trend, certainly the secondary trend was down at that point, and it fell all the way till the 27th of October, 10% drop. And everybody was talking about how much farther it was going to go and what have you. So you got to kind of hang in there on these things and just kind of, watch what's going to happen. It could be the beginning of a big downturn. It's always true of any downturn as far as that goes, but you need to see some more evidence of that. We'd like to see, some evidence of a bigger pullback, a change in primary direction, see the 50-day moving average get closer to crossing over down through the 200-day moving average, those types of things. Because otherwise it's just kind of this volatility and noise that happens. We are heading into a weaker portion of the year seasonally. We're heading into an election, which is usually weak before the election, strong after. And again, I think the one thing that could change this is the fact the Federal Reserve might be lowering rates here in September, which typically is the worst month of the year. So it could be interesting to see how that plays out. But I wouldn't be too worried about what's happening here. It's a lot more fun when it just goes up every day. We did see some interesting things today with the small cap stocks, which have really been outperforming the other stocks, especially the big mega cap stocks. Today, they underperformed and actually did worse as far as that goes. So, we'll have to see that rotation that we were talking about before into the small cap. Is it sustainable? Does it keep going or not? We've had so many of them where it's short term and then they just kind of die off. So, I don't know if today is the beginning of the die off or just, a bad day for small caps, but we'll see how that plays out also. So anyway, that's what's going on so far today. Look forward to being able to see you tomorrow. We'll talk to you then. Thank you very much.